Alright, what is up everybody? It's Joe from JLW Games coming at you with another cool video. We're back in Midwest Adventure, our franchise park, which has been turned out really cool. So this is going to be kind of a weird episode because I have some stuff on screen, some stuff off screen, and we'll kind of explain it later on. But for this first part, I decided I wanted to do some drop slides, which were really cool because these are some of my favorite slides. They're terrifying, which makes them amazing, but at the same time, you know, they're just they're so cool. Like I just like them. So we decided to do like a dual slide here that has a little bit, but nothing too insanely huge. I thought about doing the transparent slides at first, but then I decided I don't really like the looks of those, at least for the whole thing. So I decided to go ahead and just recolor it into this like yellowish orange tube for the first one, and then the other one we go with like this kind of bluish color everything. The second slide is probably a little bit more intense and actually has a higher excitement rating, and it turned out really cool. So I'm really enjoying making these slides. I think they look really good. The auto-generated supports are actually pretty solid, especially those center supports. Those are the thing of beauty when it actually does those. So I just do two runout lanes on these, and we kind of go from there. So, but yeah, this episode is going to be kind of split up into multiple different parts. So we'll have a real-time version to kind of explain what I've worked on, because there's some stuff off screen. Well, not really off screen, because I did work on it in a live stream, and that's kind of why. And I just kind of explain what we do here in a little bit. But yeah, for right now, this build, at least this first time lapse is a time lapse of basically we're just working on this slide and getting it ready. The reason why it's kind of chopped up is because I actually ran out of time of recording, and I actually had to get ready for work, which kind of cut my time off for this time lapse. And then I explained what I do, and then we did the live stream later that night, where I worked on it more, and so I'm going to explain that. And then I did another time lapse at the end, just to make sure that this episode's long enough and that we did enough progress for a full episode, because it was kind of chopped up into multiple days and stuff like that. So it's kind of interesting on how all that worked, but absolutely loving this park franchise mode so far. This is my first kind of official park, so turned out really good. So it's turning out really good so far. But yeah, we get into start a lazy river in the stream, so we'll be explaining that in just a moment. And for the rest of the time lapse, we kind of decorate more of the lazy river once we get in there. So yeah, after this we get into a lazy river. It is awesome, and I do add my tipping bucket blueprint as well, which you'll see later, and when Past Joe talks about it, because I actually did the real-time section has audio from that. But anyways, that was it for this part of the time lapse, so take it away, other Joe. Alrighty guys, so we went through that time lapse, and I just wanted to kind of go over the stuff that was off screen. Well, not really off screen. If you guys want to watch one of the streams, I actually did it on stream for a few things. So there's a few things. Obviously, you can probably see the different jump from what we just did and what we have now. So yeah, so we started on this lazy river in the stream is basically the main thing. We have all the tipping bucket. We have this slide that we just built, and then just some more details that we didn't do in the recording. That was just on stream, because I really like this park a lot, and during my stream I was like, I really want to work on this park. So there is footage of it. It's just on the November 10th live stream. If you do want to check it out, it's all real time, but so I just want to kind of iterate what we did in there, but basically mainly just a lot of just minor details and really flowing that in. And then also we have our lazy river that we started. I'm really trying to figure out, maybe you guys have some ideas here on how to do the lifeguards and stuff like that, but I put some lifeguards on the inside here. I'm gonna have like a little lifeguard hut. I thought about doing like some staff pads along this side here, that way guests won't get on it, but in my experience, maybe I'm wrong, I thought in my experience that when I put staff pads on here, and I have to have them connected so they have access to the lazy river for them, that when guests get up there, they'll just act like they're lost. So that's something that I was kind of looking at. I also thought it would be maybe kind of cool to allow guests just to walk on this path, so they can walk around and go around the lazy river. But I was thinking about having 2 separate entrances for the lazy river, maybe one over here when we develop more of the park back this way. So I'm gonna have to do more slides like that. I think that would be really, really cool. But I'm pretty excited about how this lazy river is going to be. Have I been saying lazy or lost river? I have lost river on my mind if that's the case, because I missed that ride at Silver Dollar City. But anyways, but these drop slides are really cool. Let me know in the comment section, guys, if you want me to add these drop slides to the workshop. I think they turned out really cool. I mean, I already put Kapow Plummet on there, but these are kind of like my own style, like a custom version of that. There's just a little bit more to the layout than Kapow Plummet, but if you guys like these slides right here, let me know if I should put this on the workshop, and I probably would. So the tipping bucket is on the workshop for anyone interested in the tipping bucket. These really cool. I'm gonna try and maybe update it a little bit, because I'd love to get this water piece to turn off when it tips. I think I attempted it, but I didn't put a lot of, unfortunately I should have, but I didn't put a lot of effort on figuring it out. Like, I tried to get it to turn off initially, but I couldn't get it to work properly. So maybe that's something I'll look into for sure. And everything, I was pretty proud of that creation though, overall. So, and then we still do have the bug where people won't ride the rides or ride the slides. Hopefully that gets fixed in an update, but it looks like they're riding them right now, which is pretty cool. Maybe it reset again because the queue times do say 0. This one, it says 0, so maybe it reset after I uploaded it, but unless they had an update we didn't know about, which would be pretty cool. But it looks like no one's riding these slides either, but they're at 0 as well. See, this one says 18 when there's no one in line, so that's something that we got to figure out. That hopefully they figure out soon. I can't wait for that fix. Anyways, but yeah, we have like $660,000 dollars to work with right now. So anyways, I just wanted to update you guys before we head into the next time lapse of the park, so that way you're just like, whoa, where did all this stuff come from? But yeah, so let's head into the next time lapse, guys, where we work a little bit more in the water park and all that. So let's get into it. All right, for this second time lapse, we're going to go ahead and decorate up the lazy river. So I decided to put this path around in the center to have our lifeguard coverage, and so that's how that is going to work, as we're just going to place some lifeguards all around the platforms there, and they're going to have like their little inner hub. And I know guests might actually walk on this pathway, unfortunately, but I think it's all right, kind of giving it a unique design. I actually am making it kind of part of the function where guests are allowed to kind of walk in the middle if they want to, if they don't want to swim through the whole thing, I guess. But yeah, just going in here and decorating a lot of this makes it look a lot better, and just getting all the foliage and scenery and stuff like that. I like, and also not forgetting to do rock work. You know, I do tend to forget to do some of the rock work in this as well, so that's something to kind of note. But we did make that rock platform go over the lazy river, which looks pretty neat. And again, I do kind of want to make a separate entrance slash exit for the lazy river on the other side when we develop, if we develop the water park further back that way. That way there's more than one entrance to the lazy river when we do get around to that. So but yeah, just a lot of detailing and here and there with just like foliage and scenery, and nothing too crazy, but it does go a long way when you add like foliage and stuff like that as well. And I also wanted to add more water jets, because A lot of the guests are swimming the wrong direction in the lazy river, so I wanted to make sure that the current is strong enough to try at least get most of the people flowing the correct direction in the lazy river, hopefully. So I just put a ridiculous amount more water jets there to kind of make it make sense, because they do usually like to go the incorrect way a lot of the times in the lazy river, and I don't really know how to fix that or anything, but I wish the lazy river jets had a little more effect when you put them down, like this is the way that they're supposed to go. Maybe that's something they can do. You see I do have a little bit of a congestion of a crowd outside of the lazy river entrance. Hopefully that will get fixed later on once we kind of just make more of the park a little bit. Maybe if I have the other side open as well, it will kind of help with that congestion as well. I haven't had too many issues with guest congestion up until about right now. You can see there's quite a bit between those two buildings, and I'm doing my best to try and spread those crowds out a little bit by adding more and more shops and facilities around the park, so that way they kind of spread around. And you can see once I added this So Delightful here, a lot of the crowd did start to disperse this way a little bit. So it's just like little bits of balancing and stuff like that here and there for these in general. So but yeah, this is about all I get done in this time lapse right here, but I think it turned out really cool. I am going to get these a little bit more detailed later on, but yeah, so this episode is again kind of weird how it was all like separated, but it is about it for this episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe for more amazing content like this, guys. I'm going to see you guys next time, and thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks, and goodbye.